Alright guys and gals, today I'm going to show you a quick and bare bones startup for the F-16 in DCS as of April 2024. If you are anything like Spur, you take a break from DCS, you come back and you darn near forget everything or at least a good portion of it. So this is more of a reminder for me and hopefully you guys will get some benefit from it too. Let's get started. All right, we are loaded up in the Viper. I'm a track hour user, so the first thing I like to do is look up above the HUD just a little bit and then recenter my view. That way, when I look at the screen normal, my head is kind of already down in the cockpit. It works out really nice. Moving over to the left console, just beneath the throttle, you see main power switch here. You want to click that twice to main. That's going to get our electrics going. And then just ahead of the throttle, you're going to hit your jet fuel starter. Left click it once to start number 2. That's going to initiate the start process. Now we are going to move over here to the right hand side and we're going to wait for the RPM to get up to around 20 and the sec light to go out. All right, sec light just went out. RPM is just a hair above 20, so now we can hit right shift home. We can move the throttle into the idle position. That's going to initiate a little fuel. Then we can go all the way over to the far right back pedal here and we can start getting our avionics turned on. So we're going to right click MMC, ST station, MFD, UFC. I don't think you have to do map. I don't think it matters in this block. And then follow that up with a right clicking GPS and a DL for data link. Then we're going to move down to INS. We're going to right click it once to stored heading. That is going to start the fast alignment. You could do it in normal, but it'll take a lot longer. And there's another step or two involved with that. So I just do stored. After we get our alignment started, we're going to move up here to consoles. This is something a little extra I like to do. Just left click it, scroll it all the way. It just helps kind of light everything up in case you might have some shadow in your cockpit or something like that. All right, let's left click the stick. We'll hide it real fast. You're going to see you got left hard point here, right hard point, FCR and radar altimeter. You'll want to turn all these on. I don't have anything on left or right hard point, so I don't need to have those, but you could turn those on if you do, especially if you have a T-Pod or the HTS. So we're going to go to FCR. We're going to right click it and we're going to right click radar altimeter twice. Very important you click that twice. Then we're going to move up to our standby attitude indicator right here. And we're going to right click it and drag and uncage it and kind of center it up a little better there. Now we're going to move on to the altimeter and set it by left clicking that little switch right there and holding it. You have to hold it. And once that is done, we'll move up to the center console here. We're going to click this knob by left click it by sim and drag it up. That is going to get your HUD going. We can move over to the master caution, clear it out. It really doesn't matter, right? Like we're not splitting hairs, but you can do that. And then at that point, you want to go ahead and hit left control C, get your canopy closed. Canopy is coming down. He's going to lock. There we go. He's locked. And now you can click this spider switch right here. And that is going to protect the switch. So, you know, inadvertently open it during flight. Now, this part is going to vary depending on what kind of flight you're doing and what you're wanting to do with the airplane. But at a minimum, I'm going to right click RWR and then right click chaff and right click flares. Programs highly dependent on you. I'm just going to put it on a number 4 and bypass. There we go. Move below that. This is going to be your dial for your HEMIX. You want to left click it and turn it all the way up. There you go. Our HEMIX is up and running. Now we can move over to our RWR power. You can left click it, your threat warning aux. And now our RWR is going. Moving along below that, this is your standby radio. Right click that to main just to get it up and running. Sometimes I do this right after I get the main power going, especially if you're a multiplayer, you need to talk to someone before you get started up. You can do that. Moving down below that, this one here, I absolutely do this every time. This is your threat volume. I like to left click it and drag it and turn it down some. Don't turn it down all the way. You're going to have a bad day if you do. Go below that, go to ILS, turn it all the way off. You don't need that mess. Same with tack in. No one has time to listen to all that. Moving further back on the left-hand console, we're going to go to our IFF. We're going to right-click this main master switch here 3 times to norm. That's going to get our IFF going. And then all the way in the very back, hidden here in the corner, is our probe heat. You can right-click that, get that on. Generally, I wait until right before takeoff or right when I taxi to turn that on, but you can go ahead and do it now. I don't think it really hurts anything in the airplane. As far as lighting, everything is good stock, just with the airplane started up as is. Anti-collision on 1, position lights on flash. You could do wing tail on bright or dim. What those will do is it gets your anti-collision lights going that are on your intake right there. All right, now that we've gone through all our switches, we'll focus our attention back on the HUD. You're going to see a line is flashing. If you look at the DED, you're going to see ready is flashing, and then INS and some numbers. That means our quick alignment is done. So you can go to the far right over here to INS, and you can right click it 2 more times to nav. And now your INS alignment is done, or good enough, at least good enough for government. Once you've done that, go back to your center console here and left click your dauber to return. And then now you want to hit number 6, the time button. Muy importante. You're going to see GPS system pop up on the HUD. If you see GPS system pop up, you can come back here to mids LVT, far back right console, and you can switch it, right click it to own. Now your mids LVT is on. If this only says system, then you need to wait. You've got to wait until it says GPS system. But if you go through this flow, by the time you get to that, it should be good to go. All right, now that we're done with that, we can go back to our dauber here. We can left click it to return. And we should be just about ready to go. Right before you taxi, you can turn on your taxi lights by left clicking it and then going down here. And do not forget to arm your ejection seat, or you will have a bad day if you need to punch out and you hit the button and nothing happens. Anyway, this is the bare bones startup to get you up in the air, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed. If it helped you out, be sure to hit that like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in there next time. Peace. No, big cat, no. Oh no. No, kitty. Oh, that's a MiG. That's a MiG over his head. Okay. It's the weirdest day ever. Oh no, he just fell. He just